Greetings, everyone! Socrates teaches us that the examined life begins not with easy answers, but the courage to ask careful questions. This is Kathleen Masciana, and you're listening to Blind Techie Geek Speaks, a platform dedicated to philosophical reflections, disabled awareness, accessibility, education, and independent participation. Coming to you live from Sandy Beach in Swansea, Massachusetts. Today, I'm reflecting on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. Although the film is a family comedy, it raises larger questions about family expectation, public reputation, independence, and meaning of technology in human life. Just a quick heads up, it is a little windy here in Sandy Beach. The story follows Greg Heffley and his family as they travel across the country to attend the 90th birthday celebration of Meemaw, Greg's great-grandmother. Before the journey begins, Greg's mother, Susan Heffley, takes the family's phones and devices. She hopes a technology-free trip encourages conversation, shared experiences, and family connection without the distractions of screens. Her goal is understandable, yet it raises a philosophical question. Does connection require disconnection from technology, or can technology itself sometimes support connection, learning, access, and participation? The movie treats this rule as part of its humor, but the question matters beyond the film. Greg has a different concern, though. After an embarrassing video affects his online reputation, he learns that Mac Digby, a gaming personality he admires, will appear at Player Expo, a video game convention. Greg quietly tries to redirect the family trip toward the event because he believes meeting Mac Digby will help him regain approval from others. Greg's plan raises another question. Should a person's identity depend on the judgment of strangers? His attempts to control his public image becomes an attempt to control something that cannot be fully controlled. The film makes the situation funny, but it also reminds us that the search for approval can influence our choices more than we realize. As the trip continues, the family faces hotel confusion, aggressive seagulls, a runaway pig, and a repeated conflict with another family known as the Beardos. I find these moments entertaining because each effort to restore order creates another problem. Philosophically, the comedy points to a simple truth. Human beings often desire control over events that remain uncertain. From the perspective of a blind online graduate student pursuing a master's in philosophy at Holy Apostles College and Seminary, Susan Heffley's rule has another meaning. Technology is not always entertainment or distraction. A braille computer supports access to reading, research, coursework, and written communication. A phone provides access to the learning management system and helps an online student remain connected to academic responsibility. An analog recording device with no internet access supports reading coursework aloud. These tools do not replace effort, study, or responsibility. They make access possible. A rule that applies equal may still affect people unequally. For someone who depends on accessible technology, removing every device may mean losing access to information, communication, education, and independence. The film does not focus on disabled people or on the ways technology can support accessibility. That does not mean that the filmmakers intended to exclude anyone. It is a lighthearted comedy. Still, it gives us another opportunity to consider which needs may be overlooked when broad rules are made. At Blind Techie Geek Speaks, I use philosophical discussion to raise awareness of disability, accessibility, education, and independence. The goal is to offer a resource for disabled people, including those with blindness, while inviting everyone to reflect on the importance of equal access and thoughtful inclusion for all. This reflection connects directly to Plato's Apology. Socrates stood before a jury after being convicted of leading young people to question traditional beliefs. His purpose was to defend his commitments to inquiry, truth, and reflection. His well-known claim that the unexamined life is not worth living emphasizes the idea that people should test their assumptions rather than accepting them without thought. The question I take from this film is simple. Before calling technology a distraction, we ask what it makes possible for another person. Family connections matter, but so does access, education, communication, and of course, independence. This episode draws on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, Plato's Apology, and the perspective of a blind online graduate student pursuing a master's in philosophy at Holy Apostles College and Seminary. Thank you for listening to Blind Techie Geek Speaks. Until next time, continue to examine assumptions, support accessibility, and make room for experiences beyond your own. This concludes another live episode. Bye, everyone.